It's the Ancient Bear Republic Round 3 game. It's a sealed best of one versus Aviator. I am a Z-Force agent, 5th Planet Keyforge, aka Jupiter, and I'm here to take on the mission of taking out the enemy leader. It won't be easy because he's a Smartypants, but the keys to my victory will be to know the strengths and weaknesses of my deck. So let's take a look. So the idea for my deck here is to get out early with basically raw amber advantage. Once I'm out ahead, use my creatures to reap and win the game. Evasion Sigil will be a big part of that as it'll help keep my creatures on the ground, and then my two scaling amber cards, Relentless Whispers and Interdimensional Graft, give me some explosive answers to the things that he might be trying to do. So all in all, I think my deck is pretty well suited for a sealed environment, and we'll see where it takes me as we are waiting for Aviator on the other side of this. And little does he know what I'm bringing, and little do I know what he has in store for me. This is Uray, Merchant of the Salty Market, checking in for business. So let's ring the bell and get ready to rumble. All right, so I am here. It's game time. Me and Andrew, aka Aviator, are going to give
Hey,
you guys
hey.
a show. And Aviator does do a YouTube stream called "Take That Smarty Pants," as you heard me refer to in the beginning in the intro. So feel free to plug yourself real quick and tell people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook. If you look for Take That Smarty Pants. I actually haven't put anything up in a while because my life's been pretty busy, but I have like a bunch of. I do a lot of deck openings, and I have a bunch recorded and uploaded, and I just have to like do the work to publish them. But I've been lazy.
Well,
You know how it
you've
is.
been
Well, you don't because you're not lazy.
you've been moving. You've been moving. So.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, so like what it is like I said, we can't really get too much into what our decks are, right? Because this is
yep.
a sealed format, so neither one of us know what we're getting into. I will put the preface on that I picked last on my team because I have a 2-0 record, so they decided to go reverse order. So far it's working out pretty good for us against you, and Andrew here is the
Yeah.
captain of the other team, so it's his job right now to raise morale and beat my butt. So
I better do it.
I'm shooting for the leader. I was sent as a special Z-Force agent to take you out.
The sniper.
So let's see.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
okay, that's interesting. I actually was just telling my team I wanted to know, and I guess I'll be nice and tell you. I picked last
Ah,
on my team, and we went with a similar theory, but not quite the same.
mhm,
Where I had my 1-1s pick first,
mhm.
and then my O2s, and then the 2-0s. So
See, that
we,
makes pretty good sense to me. I think that like I wasn't
we'll
overly.
see how it plays out.
I was gonna say I wasn't overly excited about picking last, but at the same time, like even though I picked last, I'm not gonna say I got the worst deck because like people still had
hmm
a chance to pick what they wanted. And to be fair to myself, it's like instead of just angsting over like what deck I'm gonna get, as soon as I knew I was picking last, I stopped looking. So that way I didn't care. I
Right.
didn't care. So like the deck I got was actually one that I think is decent. So we'll see what happens. But in sealed, anything goes. It's really just a matter of things. So first things first, I'm going to tell you this. The biggest thing in sealed, and Andrew will probably agree with you on this, is the fact of you have to know what you're getting into, right? It's a sealed is a very knowledge-based game. Like the more you know about cards and the more you know about interactions, the better it is. Like for me right now, like he doesn't know what set I'm in because I'm playing houses that have been in most of the sets. He can knock like maybe no, you can't knock any of them out. I'm basically alive for every set. With him, he has Saurian, Shadows, and Deist, which means Saurian didn't come in until Worlds Collide. So I know for a fact that he's either on a Worlds Collide or a Mass Mutation stack. So that's kind of like already cutting in half. And as soon as we play our first 3 or 4 cards, it will be very evident to both of us where we're at. So that's something that when you're going into a sealed event, you usually would be on the same sets, right? Like so, like it's not as big a deal, but that's part of the game of
Okay.
sealed is card knowledge. So go ahead, Andrew. You got something?
Oh no, sorry about that. My that's part of doing live TV, right? That
Yeah.
but my current one of the current projects is we're rebuilding our front fence,
Oh.
and my dog got out in the yard and ran at the Amazon guy. So
Yeah, if you need to go take care of it, just say
I'm good.
okay. All right, cool.
It's
Uh,
been taken care of. All right.
all right.
Whew.
So
Yeah, go for it.
if some kind of emergency happens and the timer like I'll hit a timer to time us so that we'll play the minutes that are you're gone if something draws
Cool.
you away. But let me set my timer up just in case that happens. And that's just fairness.
Okay.
It's just like a judge call that would stop. So timer on. So if you got to go, just say I'm going, and then what we'll do is I'll start the timer, the stopwatch, and like whatever time you're gone, when you come back, we'll add. So that way we don't get like you don't feel like you
Yep.
can't walk away or that you're trapped. Or whatever. All
Well,
right.
my dog is now sitting on her bed looking guilty, so
Yeah.
all is as it should be.
Poor
All right.
puppy. All right. Cool. So I
I
think.
know. She's a good girl.
All right. So what I was saying was like basically, in a nutshell, like the ability to know cards and know sets and stuff like that. That's what makes
Yeah.
sealed better. That and the luck of how good your deck is, right? Like it matters.
It
All right.
helps.
So I think I am going to opt to. I don't know what I want to do here.
Well, and while you're deciding for
Go ahead.
our illustrious audience, I'll just say, one of the fun things about sealed is sometimes you can either get away with tricks that maybe you couldn't get away with if the person knew you had them. Like you could have too much to protect or interdimensional graft, but the flip side of that is that even if you don't have those, I'm still going to be very tempted to play as though you did. So that's one of the best things about sealed is just not knowing.
Yeah, like you have to play around. Like he has shadows and Dis. That means I have to be on my lookout for too much to protect and different types of steals. Like Dis has a lot of disruption things. Like what if he has a Restrigantes? Like oh my god, like there's all kinds of things that go into play here. And it just gets scary sometimes. Okay, all the time. It's always scary. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And doing this is always scary too because I hate Wild Wormhole, but it turned out good this time. I got a dodger out of it. And that's okay by me. I'm just going to play my pips. Let's go.
Let's see.
He's already showing that he has like amber control, like amber manipulation with the golems and stuff. That's scary. There's an Itomi. So anything I play that is over 2 is going to be bad. That's not good. But at the same time, like I have a pretty good amount of response. Now I'm going to play this Curiosity now because there's no reason for me to keep it because there's no scientists that I'm worried about in this matchup, which is sad. I was really hoping I would hit a Logos player, but I still at least get the Amber Pip value off of that. Then I'm going to add me some Tiger because I like Tigers, and then we're going to I'm going to put a little bit of a tap down here on these guys. And add something that can get through some of his other defenses as long as the Evasion Sigil lets me. Evasion Sigil, I played it first, and I thought about that too because Evasion Sigil like affects both of us, and it makes board fighting a lot harder. But I made the choice to do it because I feel equipped to be able to get around that with things I mentioned in my pregame, if you remember.
I would have loved to get to be in there for that.
Yeah, that's why I did it without you.
Oops. That was a misclick. Can I take that back?
What'd you do?
I discarded Pestering Blow.
Oh, yeah, you can take that back. I would be
nice. For no good reason.
It doesn't seem like a good reason. You should have at least played
it. Oops. We both clicked at the same time there. All right.
That's fine.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
No worries.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, and you have more amber than me. So, there's that.
Well, this is a friendly league. We're not here to be douches. All right, let's see. Z will get mad at me if I lose this game now. He'll be like, "Why'd you let him take it back?" I'll be like, "Whatever, man. Get over it." All right, so I'm gonna keep my amber pressure on and populate the board. It seems like a good task.
Yep.
Right. Here comes the Saurians. So
put out these gentlemens.
He's gonna start trying to capture stuff. Oh nope, there's the Gallum again. Another one. Is that 2? No, that's the same one. He mugged him. Or hit and runned him, whatever it's called. Okay, so now he has taunting creatures. Alright, so now it's kind of scary, but I wish I had Niffle Ape still. Niffle Ape is pretty good. What do I want to do here? Let's go Shadows. Let's do this. And we'll go ahead and get this out of the way. He gets to swing. Sweet. what's going on? Oh, I have to click on the evasion sigil.
Let's see. So I guess if evasion sigil
Yeah. So evasion sigil cancels.
Fires. Oh yeah, then
No,
Shadow Self takes the damage.
He's taking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Just making sure that worked right. I get confused by prompts. They're not nice.
Yeah, there were a lot of things happening.
Yeah. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue to just take.
Magda.
We take.
Uh-huh. Okay.
He does have he does have a skeleton key in play too. That's a really great card for sealed. It's a really great card in general because like you get to basically just keep capturing amber. The only thing bad about capture for newer players is that it's a temporary thing. Like those 3 amber are gonna come back to me at some point, and how they come back to me could be really bad. So there are pros and cons to this madness. Alrighty, let's see.
You're in kind of an odd situation with so many shadows thingies on the board.
I am.
I mean, it's better than not having shadows thingies on the board.
Yeah, I guess. Alright, so I think I gotta go shadows again. It just seems bad, but it's good. And then I'm gonna use this guy. Each time creature is destroyed, its owner gains 1, so perfect. So that time evasion sigil didn't work, so I got exhausted.
It prevented it, yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of poopy 9. Not what I wanted, but it works. I don't think I care. I think I just keep pressuring a little bit here and live my turn.
Okay.
By him playing the key to dis, I am like less likely to commit a ton I don't need to the board early. So and then he has the Neferu as well. So like that makes for interesting dynamics if I can get my guys dead. And that key is kind of weird to him at this point as well, especially if I draw a remote access.
So, discard bad penny. Hey, that's a good deal.
Yeah, it is. That's the best penny I've seen.
Yeah. Now, it says choose a creature, but then it's not letting me choose a creature.
Huh? Well, I guess I made it.
There. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's for the rafter.
The UI was just confusing. Okay.
Yeah, they're weird.
Do I want to?
And part of
with this guy?
part of what goes on in CL2 online on TCO is you're playing with cards you're not overly familiar with, so TCO tends to act weird sometimes around cards. So like you have a lot more chance for like somewhat misplayed, not misplays. It's just like bad sequencing on events and things like that. Because and usually the way you get around that on TCO, if you're playing with people that are going to be fair, is you go, okay, this is what I'm trying to do and what I want to accomplish, and like as long as you voice it before you make the mistake or quote unquote do the bad thing, like usually people will let you correct it to the way you wanted it, because TCO can be a bit crazy sometimes. So.
Yes. I do want to end my turn.
Alright, I have to do something different. I can't keep on this path. I am going to have to do some stuff. Here, what did I get here? Experimental theory.
Fancy.
So this is an interesting card because I have like different things I can do with it. Because I could use it as a way to stun his creatures. I could use it as a
Mm-hmm.
way. I could use it as a way to empower my creatures. Because stunning and exhausting me isn't like that bad, but at the same time, getting him off of a turn basically might be nice. But I don't think it's going to happen. So I think I'm going to use this on one of my own peoples, and I think I'm going to use it on Magda because
Hmm.
she is elusive. And so that gives me an extra layer of him needing to use my evasion sigil to hit her twice, which is a little bit tough. And then we will add more to the board because you've added more to the board, so I don't think that key to dis is that scary. And
Okay. The red key because it makes you go faster.
Red key is wrong, just for people to
No,
know. There's a
it
red
is.
there's a red baron in the game, and you know that it's usually in the other decks, but I'm not in that housing, so.
No, you're in Coda, so I don't have to worry.
But
Even if you were, I don't mind, like, especially like you said, it's kind of a friendly league.
yeah,
If I'd be thrilled to have somebody else's Red Baron go off. It would be like such an achievement.
the
Um,
only place that would probably happen is in sealed because nobody else
yeah,
plays that. There's
these
not as good as Will.
keep the archives there.
Now keys will become more important when the actual like wherever the red baron comes from, like wherever set that came from, like when that comes to the table, then the game will get wicked interesting, right? Like,
Yes. Now that's gonna be Skyborn, right?
yeah,
That's the current thought.
that's the thought. Yeah, I'm not making I
Yeah.
don't make claims on anything that I don't know. The airborne houses, which look like they're going to be a ton of fun.
hmm
Hmm.
Leave that there.
Hmm.
This.
Your deck is weird,
Yeah.
very weird. Like I'm not sure how to handle this deck at this point, but it's all good.
That's good.
Yeah, it is. Da, 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 da. Now this card is kind of scary to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like for that to be dead.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'm gonna play this action
Interesting.
to shoot my own. And so right there, I played Relentless Whispers for new players to kill my own creature because I still steal from him. So it gave me that extra just one
Uh-huh.
amber to get me to my second key, hopefully. But he has plenty of things to slow me down right here. So,
Yeah.
but he's got some work to do if he wants to do what he wants to do.
I do. I do have work. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll not take archives.
Hmm.
I think the first order of business is I would like your shadow self to be dead. So I'm going to fight it with Grim Locust, because that would be a one-shot kill if it happens. Yeah, okay.
If it happens.
Right. Yes, always the problem with the evasion sigil. And then so that's a good start. Now you get an amber for that.
Hmm.
Let's see. Legatus Raptor into Nexus is gonna be good, is gonna be helpful for me. Um yeah. Let's do that. Good, it fired. And then we'll try with Buzzle this time. That didn't fire. Um,
So for you guys that don't know, let me show you Evasion Sigil. Before a creature fights, discard the top card of its controller's deck. If the discarded card is of the active house, exhaust that creature with no effect. So that's why he's annoying. So
Right, and I was able to kill it with my Brutodon, but that means my Brutodon died, which is a little sad. But thankfully, because of Scudum,
no amber.
that amber went away, so that's good. And then I can reap and exalt the Retorgalem, which is going to make your key cost 9. That's good for me.
Yeah, so he's taxing me instead of stopping me. But the good thing is that Nexus made him change his whole game plan to the point of where he had to like do stuff he didn't want to do, right? So it was a very aggressive play on my part.
Very true. Hey, Sybil, calm down. After all that, if you end up having a remote access, I'm just going to cry.
Well, no, I don't have one. Not yet. Let's see. I think for my next play, though, I have to get some value out of this turn, so I'm going to go Untamed. Going to do my own tricks here. Actually, I don't have to do that yet, because I'm going to do this first. Bring back some nifs. So go wide. And we're going to discard this card, because I don't need it. And nothing has damage. And getting damage is going to be pretty hard, so.
Yeah.
And before I forget, I will make sure I reap with my now every turn Magda the Rat.
Yep.
So that'll put me
Okay.
on my way.
All right. So
And he went dead. I think he disappeared.
no, I'm just thinking real hard. Okay. Thing is, threatening is nice. It's good to be the threat.
I mean, you are the threat. Look at all the creatures you have on the board.
Right. So reap for 2. Reap and exalt. Reap.
How did you get a second key?
Calipigian.
Oh, I didn't see
on
that.
the Gallon.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's good stuff.
So yeah, so that does put me in check. This time.
You're not in check, by the way.
I am.
No, you're silly. I have a Mermook.
I have a Retor with a Calipigian.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Yep. Yep.
You are in check, I guess, by that nature.
so, and I can think of some nice catch-22s that are going on here, but it's always very. I never feel very confident in these situations. It's very swingy either way right now.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So this guy.
Yep. So stealing 1 takes me off. It ticks me off too. Did both.
So I want to run this into that. Because that's more amber for me.
Do I sense a finishing blow?
I wish it was a finishing blow. If there was a finishing blow, I would have think. But I'm not giving you back amber to win with either. That's why I didn't kill your legless raptor.
Why don't you follow my advice?
Yeah.
I have advice. I'm giving it away for free.
It's nice. I'm like scrapping for my life right here.
Yeah. Okay. Whew, whew, whew. That is close. Okay. Experimental therapy is a lie now, right? Because what it truly says is that this creature belongs to the active house.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Creature belongs to all
So,
houses.
well, no, I thought it had been errated because it used to say it. Obviously, what it physically says is this creature belongs to all houses, but I thought it got errated. And it could matter.
You can ask Blinking Lion.
I could. I don't know if, but I'm checking Archon Arcana, which is like a
Asking.
proxy for Blinking Line.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So the current text is this creature may be used as if it belonged to the active house, and the reason it mattered is because I was considering going Dees, dropping a couple more creatures and Edoramaing it, but I can't do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of that errata. So okay. So that's not a good plan. Instead, Saurian.
Oh, it's Saurian. You know.
Reap for 2. Reap and Exalt in case you have a key charge. I have a lot of amber now. I have a lot, but do I have enough? I think it would be good to kill a Niffle. I'm just gonna try it, because if I can do that, it would be... No. Lie. That's a lie. Nope. Nefru. That would be terrible. That's a terrible plan. Okay, Reap.
I'm at 9, though.
You're at 5.
But I need 9 to make a key. You just...
Oh, that's true.
Gallumed me.
That's true. Playing devil's advocate. And this is the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 2 Shadows cards unaccounted for. One of them is TMTP. I know
it. Everybody knows it. No.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're not wrong. So I'm going to play TMTP, which is going to shift him back down, so I'm in a good spot. I'm going to also then play Lights Out. Going to take care of the Gallum and the Dracosaur, or whatever the hell he is. And then I'm going to Reap to steal 1.
Yep.
And I should be good at that point. Woo!
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
I could be wrong, but I think that was a good swing.
The best answer for me here would be to play one of my 6 TMTPs.
Yeah, he told me he had 6. And I've been worried about them the whole time.
So the thing that I wasn't counting on, because TMTP Reap to steal 1 wouldn't have even done it.
Mm-hmm.
I was not counting on the Lights Out, which is such a good card.
Yeah,
well played.
Lights Out is great. I was drawing, like when I decided to go and like start drawing more cards. I was drawing for, there was 3 cards I was looking for, and I hit 2 of the 3, so I was happy. Well, actually, there's 4.
The truth is, there's no. There was not really ever a point in the game where Lights Out wouldn't have been good. It was very good there, but it would have been good all games. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had lost.
Is there a way?
I had Lost in the Woods as well.
Oof.
So I was looking for one. I was looking for one of those 2.
No me gusta.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Key to these can't help because there's so much amber.
The only crackback you have, and if you had it, was to have your own TP, and I was just like, if you have that, then power to you. I can't stop. I can't stop that.
Yeah.
That was the big crackback I was worried about.
All right. So no, spoiler alert. I don't have a way, but I'm going to play it out.
Okay. I always play it out.
Yeah. So I will make.
He says he doesn't have a way, so I'll go ahead and tell you. The other card I was digging for was interdimensional graft before you got to 2 keys. But then when you hit, that's why I was like, oh,
Ooh.
you hit 2 keys? Oh, and I was like, okay, graft's off the table. So now I need lights out, I need a Lost in the Woods, or I need my TMPT. So like, I'm glad I saved my TMPT.
Yes.
That was a very like stupid close game though. Like it was fun.
Yes, for sure.
And
Yes, I could have made you pay 12, but it's still not enough. And the fun part is because I have no deck, all of my fights actually work.
yeah. But the Neferu feeds me.
Yeah.
Feeds me
Yeah.
good.
Yep. All right. And speaking of feeding you, there you go.
Nice.
GG. Very well played.
Good games. But as always, this is Andrew. He does the Take That Smarty Pants YouTube. His content when it is rolling is really great. He's a very good player. I feel blessed to have got lucky on him this time around. But I've so far like this has been awesome. This is episode 3. All the people have come on to talk. I've got to play against you. I've got to play against Zach Armstrong, and I got to play against Alec Velasco. So you guys are not making it easy or make me conducive to wanting to stream. But so far I'm doing well. So I guess I guess I'm not just an airhead streamer, right? Like I actually I got some game. So I'm bringing that game, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying the content with the ABR. This is a great league. If you guys haven't checked it out, they welcome everyone to come along. And the more people that sign up to play in it, the more teams there could be and whatnot. But the whole concept of having captains, and AV8R was a captain, and like making choices, like they give you these awkward things to make choices like this, where it's like, well, how do we pick like who gets what deck? Like it's rough, right? Like the curveballs they throw in the league just make Keyforge refreshing and fun. So if you haven't checked out ABR yet, then you should. If you are learning stuff, then you should like and subscribe. If you're learning stuff, you should go over to Take That Smarty Pants and give him a follow too, and give him some love. So that's all I got. Andrew,
Sweet.
Would you like to say anything in closing about ABR since you are one of the main people of it?
Since I'm one of the people, no, yeah, well, we, like you said, we do, we welcome everybody. Our real only stipulation is that you have to be nice. We're trying to get better at the game, but also foster a good environment that people will enjoy. So it's been great, and I'm really looking forward to when we can start doing a lot more in-person events. But until then, I know for me, this has just been like a huge lifeline for keeping me in the game. So thankful to G and Joe and everybody else. And Devin from Reapout has just been fantastic in helping us keep running. But it's just good folks over there. And if you're listening, you'd be welcome.
Yeah, so with that said, this is going to be the end of this ABR Chronicle, and I was able to squeak one out. I got the sniper shot off just in time.
Yep. Well played, and yeah, thanks for having me on, Jupiter.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, and good luck with the rest of your move and stuff. But this is Jupiter. Yeah, this is Jupiter from Manlius, New York, with my guest Andrew from somewhere in Cali, I guess still, but maybe Arizona. I don't know where you went, but it's all good. But we'll see you soon.